welcome back to my channel. First off, before I get started, I want to take the time to say thank you to all my new subscribers, to my family and friends for supporting, liking, commenting, making recommendations, and all that good stuff on this journey the last couple of weeks. I really appreciate all of you guys. So before I get started, I just want to tell you guys that I'm actually really nervous because I never thought that I was actually going to make this video. And yeah, I'm like super cold. I'm really nervous that I had wrote all these little notes that I wanted to talk about and touch upon this video, but I don't want to make it too long, for one, and for two, I'm just trying to make this as humble and organic as possible for you guys to kind of get to know me and understand the reasons why I'm doing this channel, why I do the things I do, why I act the way I act, and so you guys, could just get a clearer picture, because sometimes you really don't know what people are going through at all. You get it all the time. Oh, you're so happy, you're so positive, you're always smiling, you're always giggling, just all these questions, and you're like, whatever. You never know. And I'm not even just talking about me, I'm talking about out there with people. Mental health is out there and it's real, and now the fact that there's this social platform to talk about it is amazing. So since I did start this, I decided that what better way to kind of tell you guys a little bit more in depth about me, my story, and why I'm doing this now. So yeah, basically when I was in the military, probably like my last year in, I've kind of always been very hyper and talkative, and I do things fast, I think fast. I always kind of assumed it's me, I didn't really know any better. When you're, at home and you're growing up a certain way, you just think that everything's normal, everything's typical, but you get out to the real world, you meet all these people, you meet people from different cultures, different backgrounds, states, countries. You start to think, I'm like, wow, I'm a little different, I'm a little different than a lot of people in my mind, although you never know, people could be experiencing the same things, they just have a good front, kind of like me. But so yeah, so basically what happened was I started having a lot of feelings, negative thoughts, and not suicidal thoughts or anything like that, but just negative thoughts in my head, a lot of sleepless nights, and just thoughts and anxiety. I always find myself, even to this day, I think about my family a lot, I think about my friends. I always very worrisome, I guess you could say. I always have this feeling that something's gonna happen. Like if I don't hear from somebody for a certain amount of time, I get nervous. I start getting like, why haven't they responded? Why haven't they called me? Why they haven't texted me? I had also later on in my life, I had a death of my little cousin, which I think just threw me over the edge in that aspect, that I always feel like something could happen at any given time. So there's so much that I want to say and do and express to people on a regular basis that my mind is it feels like the 4th of July in my brain, if that makes any sense. Fireworks of all these thoughts and things, and I don't know how to express them. I'm a very negative person for myself, not for everybody else, which is funny because I get it all the time. Wow, Jess, you're so happy, and look at you, you're always smiling, and I know it's true because that's what I want to show you guys. The way I kind of always saw this is like, if I'm a person out there and I'm having a negative day, and I come across somebody who's also having a negative day, what's gonna happen? Nothing. It's just gonna be negativity on negativity. However, you don't realize how much a soft touch, a hug, I love hugs, by the way, I hug everybody, a hug, a smile can affect somebody. And I know that sometimes when I'm feeling a certain type of way and somebody just, smiles like, hey, how you doing, or have a nice day, that touches you and that makes you feel a certain type of way. And I've always felt that. So the way I feel is, no matter how bad I feel inside or in my head, or the thoughts that are going on, I always assume that if I could bring laughter, smiles, giddiness, giggles, jokes, goofiness, anything like that to the table for somebody else, then I'm golden. I'm doing a good job at life. However, that's not always a good thing, because I feel like that when I come home, I get very, like I said, anxious, sometimes very angry. When I was in the military, then to backtrack that again, I had gone to go see a mental health facility, a person in the service, and basically, to make that short, they diagnosed me with general anxiety disorder and anger issues. So I actually had to go to anger management because it's crazy. I can't even explain this. Like, I would build up so much anger, so many things, that I would actually kind of get irritated. I would get a little violent. I would get into arguments with people in my home, not outside. And yeah, it was very, very dark for a little minute. So I decided to seek help. And the first thing that they wanted to do was, after a diagnosis, they want to medicate you. They basically want to say, okay, well, since you have this is what we're going to put you on. At the time, being in the military, I worked on the flight line, loading munitions on aircraft. So the moment that you get put on any kind of mental anxiety medications, you're getting your line badge revoked and you can't work on the flight line anymore, which is obviously something that I did not want anything to do with. So I kind of let that be, kind of put my feelings to the side, and I dealt with what I dealt with on a regular basis. Now these feelings it's not anything crazy, you know, like I said, I'm not depressed or anything like that, but it's just more that restless, that anxious feeling I would get sometimes when too many people around me. I start getting like, I don't know, like a certain type of way. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. So I'm not going to go into the specifics of everything, or else this video would be super long. But since the service, I've been to three different mental health facilities, and they pretty much all try to do the same thing. And I'm not going to lie, after I did become a civilian, I did try some, I forgot the medication they tried putting me on. I tried it for like 3 weeks. Even though they tell you that you have to try for a little bit longer than that, I was over it. I didn't want to become dependent on any kinds of pharmaceutical. I knew that I had the strength inside me to kind of deal with my own stuff in my own head by myself. So I seek this hypnotherapist, which kind of opened my eyes to different things to do, and which sounds a little like hippie-ish and weird, but for me, it worked. I started doing like more painting and breathing techniques. I attempted meditation, never was successful because my mind won't allow me to. Like, I just cannot focus. I have a very difficult time focusing, and when I can't focus, I get frustrated, then I get angry, and it just becomes this whole big thing. I actually seeked some more anger management classes, which sort of kind of were working, but like I said, I get frustrated. But that was stuff that I was going on with me. I've always been a very busy person, so when I don't have time to acknowledge my thoughts, I just put it to homework, to patients, to my people, it's my family, and that's it. So fast forward to basically now, about a month ago or so, I just, again, like I get in these moods and these ruts where I feel like I can't focus. I feel like I have poor energy. I can't sleep at night. I want to fall asleep during the day. It's just not, I don't feel good, you know? I feel like I've gained weight, so I get self-conscious. I don't know. There's so many things that how I feel, and they bring me down, and I don't want to be like that. And I know for a fact that people don't even believe me half the time, because they're always like, but Jess, you're always smiling, and look at you, and every time you walk into the room, and the fact that I know that I could do that for somebody, I figured there's no reason why I can't do that for myself. So now I want to focus on doing the things that I enjoy, which may be, you know, like for instance, I love taking videos, I love taking pictures, I love painting, I like to write. There's so many little things about me that a lot of people don't know. So I decided, why not make a YouTube channel? You know, I think this would be the perfect opportunity to share my journey and the things that I love to do with you guys, in hopes to inspire you guys. At the end of the day, you know, if you inspire others, I'm hoping that it could be like a chain reaction. You know, if I inspire you, you'll go inspire, I don't know, so-and-so, and so on. What else was I going to tell you guys about that? Yeah, no, so I have a lot of things that I want to share, and I figured the only way that you guys are going to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing is if I just come out in the open and tell you why I'm doing this. So I want to make these happy videos. I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh yeah, my journey, oh, my life is so boring. I hate complaining. There's people out there that are living the worst life, and they deal with their life on a regular basis. So I don't want to do that for you guys. I want to express how happy you can be with yourself, you know, and I want to be able to paint with you guys, cook with you guys, share my day, share my dog, share my family, whatever is gonna inspire you guys. And one day, even if nobody watches these videos, it's okay. It's my video journal. Things have changed nowadays, I'm sorry. Like, not everybody's writing all the time. Like, I write all the time, but Not everybody does that. And one day, my kids aren't even going to be writing all the time. They're probably going to do video journals all the time for school. So I figured this would be a pretty dope way to kind of start my my growing journey with you guys and with everyone, and just kind of have this as a memory that I could show later on. Yeah, so right now I'm just focusing on myself, making myself better and bringing that to you guys. And that's basically a little gist of what's going on and why I'm doing this. So if anybody does have questions or recommendations or suggestions, I'm totally open to it. I figured this is not gonna work if I don't bring my whole self to y'all, you know? I'm still going to the mental health lady. It's great. I'm not taking anything. I'm just going there. It's nice to just kind of then talk about past things, current things, some of my biggest like anxiety thing. Which, just a side note, and I know like I think about this all the time, and I know I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day about this. Is I love what I do for a living. I know I've told you guys before, I'm an OT, and I work with special needs children. I work hippotherapy, so basically them on horses and just working on them, their development and things like that. And as far as adults, I work in a skilled nursing facility. So I get to see both spectrums, you know, both from the little baby in diapers to the big baby in diapers. And I swear, like, I love what I do, but sometimes I get very emotionally attached to people, and I start getting, I start thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if this happens to my brother? What if this happens to my child? What if, you know, is my grandmother gonna be around? Is my mom gonna be around? Is my dad gonna be okay? Who's gonna take care of him? My anxiety is crazy, and I always thought this was normal. It's not. So I'm trying to tame my mind and just experience life for what it is. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just kind of wanted to share this video with you guys so you guys have a clear picture of me, of why I'm doing this, and that's basically it. So like I said, you know, if you want to join me on this journey, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the little bell if you want to hear more notifications on every video that I do make. Once again, I appreciate your love, I appreciate your support, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Muchas gracias. Ciao.